Okay, today we're going to install a screensaver on top of the Motorola Xoom. We're going to be using an Invis Shield screensaver by Zagg. These are very good products. I use them on all my cell products and other electronics. It's great because they're virtually undamageable. You can't pretty much do anything to them. They come with a lifetime warranty, so if your device ever gets damaged and you need to send it in to get something replaced on it, as I've had to do a couple of times, what they do is they'll send you a new screensaver for a couple of dollars. It's like $3 shipping. You change it, you send the old one back, and that's it. You know, they're a little different than a regular screensaver. Usually a regular screensaver you just stick on top of your device and that's it. These come with a special formula. It's more like a soap and water type formula that you'll spray your device with, and then you'll go ahead and apply the screensaver to it, get all the bubbles out. Alright, let's see what we got. We got one screensaver. And Zagg, they sell full body protection, which goes on the front and the back of your device, so you would have one on here and then one on the back. I didn't get that because I'm going to get a case for this eventually, probably within the next few days. So I just want something right now that's going to protect my screen. With a lot of glass devices, I find it's gotten very fingerprinty, to say the least. Just a lot of smears and stuff that I need to wipe off every day. Otherwise it gets too hard to read through. So first thing we're going to do, because we're working with a product that we're going to be spraying water on here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn off the Xoom so there's no power going to the screen at all. And Invis Shield, they send you, in addition to the liquid formula, they'll send you a little cushion to wipe your screen off with, and a squeegee that you'll use to get bubbles out once you do this. So first thing I'm going to do is just wipe this down a little bit. I've already done a pre-wipe earlier. I just want to make sure I don't have any fingerprints, no smudges whatsoever on here, because once the screensaver is on, that's pretty much it. It'll come off relatively easy, but once it dries and it's applied on here, you don't want to be taking it off. I'm going to take a quick look at this. You won't be able to see it on here, but there's a tiny little notch inside of this over here. That notch is going to go right up against where the camera is on here. If you can see it, the camera is right over here. There's a tiny little speck. So that's the way it's going to go. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open the spray, and I'm going to start spraying the screen. It's going to get quite wet. And we want to make sure we get the whole screen. In addition to doing the screen, after I peel off the skin, I'm going to go ahead and spray that as well. Okay, so now we got this. So let's go ahead and we're going to peel this off. Find a good corner to get it. Go. Got it started. I'm going to peel it all the way around. Get it to come off. There. Okay. You might be able to see a little easier now where the notch is on here. It's up on the top corner here. You want to try not to get too many fingerprints on here, but probably get some. So now that I have it off, lay it down and spread out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray the shield to make sure it gets nice and wet. Because if both are wet, it'll slide a little bit and give you a little room for movement once you apply it. So now I got that. Let's go ahead and lay it down on here. And you'll notice the one part's already pressing against it. I'm able to move it and shift it a little bit. I want to make sure that the camera's not covered up here. And there we go. Next, I'll go ahead and I'll get some of these bubbles out. Even once you get it, you're going to still have some little bubbles in. This is a self-healing screen. And that pretty much means that within 24 to 48 hours, any bubbles that you have left in here today will most likely work their way out. You don't want to leave big bubbles in here, but if you have little, tiny little splotches here and there, they'll come out relatively easily. But you want to get out as much as you can on here. There we go. That looks pretty good. I like these two because they go on really easily. And they're very forgiving if there are bubbles inside. I've had screensavers before where if I pressed them on and then I went through and tried to get bubbles out, it's almost impossible to get them out. This seems like it just came right out as I went along. So, take out a little rag here. I'm just going to dry off around the edges and stuff because we really don't want to be turning this on while it's wet. Now a little water on the desk, but that's alright. That'll wipe right up. Make sure this is dry. Even the back seems to have gotten a little wet. Go ahead and wipe it down. Perfect. Check, make sure it's not wet anymore. They say you should allow 24 hours for it to dry. And that 24 hours is pretty much a bubble clearing time. I mean, it's pretty much, it's ready to go now. If you can see it, it's already booting up. The shield on it, you can't, once it's booted up, you can't even really tell that you're looking through a piece of plastic at this. It's pretty clear. It's real easy to see through. Zagg will tell you that the product they make this out of, the shields, are the same products that the military uses for helicopter propellers. I mean, that's how durable this stuff is. So, if you don't already have your Xoom, we are giving one away at the end of April. You can go to our website. It's www.everythingxoom.com, and Xoom is Xoom. Also, if you're interested in getting one of these InvisiShields, there's a link below this in the comments section that'll take you to the Zagg website where you can go ahead and they have, even if not for a Xoom, they have these covers for cell phones, they have them for the iPads, iPods, pretty much anything electronic you could get one of these for. I've seen watches, they have these for watches I've seen. So go ahead, check out the website, see if this is something you can use. That's what these videos it's about. It's about sharing things that I've found, especially for the Xoom, that other people might use, either for their Xoom or something else. And go ahead, go to our site, register, win one of these little babies. If you already have one, register anyway. If you win and you don't want another one, we'll send you a check for up to $600 to cover the cost of it. Alright, and that's it for this video. See you next time.